Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be starting off this video with the Ryan John's Chapter Linga quest. It wants me to look for the submerged cave that's nearby. You located the fragments with the help of Amadhya and Ryan John. One of them lies in a submerged cave. Anyways, before I do that, I want to claim the prizes for this quest. I'm surprised that I didn't claim this before. Or rather, I didn't actually complete those challenges before now, but I did them off camera. Anyways, they also added a new timed event right here, as you can see. Obviously, I haven't even started this one yet, so let's go over here. It's saying it's somewhere down below. Hopefully I can get to it from here. I'm going to go back over to where the teleporter was, because that was on a lower elevation. I think I'll be able to get into a cave from down there. Yeah, right here. There's the teleporter, there's the cave. So hopefully this will lead to where I need it to lead to. Why does Mr. Ryan John's grandpa like to go into the cave anyway? According to the notes, it's at the deepest part again. Really? So do I need to drain the water level? I hope I don't. But who knows at this point. I have a feeling it's probably back this way, though. Yeah, it's back this way, and in fact it seems to be suggesting that I have to drain the water. Darn. There we go. And I did see the Sealy down there. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I need to interact with that in order to do things. Oh. Well, this is interesting. Maybe I don't have to drain the water after all? Okay, no, it's telling me I have to. And I'm going to assume that that Sealy is related. Here we go. Okay, it's coming. There we go. So am I going to be able to find what I'm looking for? Oh, look at that. It's one of those things that I've got to interact with in a bit. But hopefully the Sealy pedestal is somewhere nearby. Oh, it's going all the way up there. Why? Oh, there's another Sealy. Oh, there's a ton of Sealys around here. Okay, it's stopping right here. Good. And that Sealy that I saw below is probably needed to make it so I can use a switch here. So let's get that Sealy very fast. Hello, you. Let's break all these boxes and stuff in here. I love being able to do that. Okay. I don't want to fight you. That said, I am kind of curious. Why can't I get all the way up there? Oh, I need to supercharge it. Okay, I'll fight this enemy very fast. Okay, in order to supercharge this thing, I need to switch in an Electro-type character like Fischl. Okay, Fischl, charge it up for me. There we go. Now that should go up really high, right? Yeah, just like I thought. I'll keep Fischl in my party for a little bit, I suppose. And now I'll be able to do this. I wonder if this will drain the water level. Yay, it did! Awesome. Although it doesn't seem to be draining it all the way.
One
I'll have to
man's
check.
stone is another man's gem.
I haven't forgotten about that other thing. But, yeah. Is it low enough now? Oh, it wants me to go... Where does it want me to go? Over there. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go over there in a bit, but I want to activate this over here first. This thing. I have to play the lyre, right? Down, right, right, up, left. Okay, now hit it. And get whatever I can from this, right? Okay, it's just a treasure chest.
Unsolicited.
But
and all
I had
the
to
more
make sure.
valuable for it.
Can I do anything else in this room before I continue back to that other room? I'm not seeing any kind of Dendroculus on the map or anything like that, so let's go back into this room again. And this time, pay more attention to where it wants me to go. Wants me to go somewhere down there. You know what? Oh, maybe it's that little cave right there. But let's activate this first, which of course means I gotta switch characters again.
Propagate!
And what'd that do for me? Just create more of those, right? Yeah. Just makes it a little bit easier to traverse all of this stuff. Now there's something up here that I may be able to interact with as well, and since I'm already here anyways, it makes sense to do it. Ah, great. Wait a second. When did I solve this? Oh, I know where this is. There was an Aranara quest I did a while back where I actually came through this cave slightly, like partway into this cave, and I remember solving it and getting a treasure chest, and then I decided not to explore the rest of this cave at the time. Okay then. Good to know. I don't have to worry about that. There is a Dendroculus right down there, but let's go into this cave first, if I can. Oh no, I cannot. Give me a second. I guess I'll go down here after all. Now I need to do this. Paimon remembers this. It's the Vamadha. Aether, let's spin this thing the same way we did before. Sounds like a plan, Paimon. It's kind of weird that it doesn't, like, look any different once you do that. Or, well, actually, maybe it did start to glow a little bit green there. But it doesn't, like, make it really obvious that anything is different. So, you wouldn't really be able to tell normally if you didn't already know. Ah, great. I'll go activate this, I suppose. Actually, I should switch in for another character. Oh, there's another one all the way up there. Yeah, I'm going to switch in a Fenty. This time, things should go a little bit more smoothly. Assuming I don't have to hit them all again. And I just realized something. Wait a second. Can I? Okay, I can hit that one. And then that one. May as well summon another thing for that. And hit that one. No, you have to do it within a certain time limit. And now I have to hit the 3 pillars again. Okay, did that work? Yes, it did. I suppose I'll fight this too. Oh, I'm at it. Oh. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, it can be frozen. For just a second there, I wasn't sure. Hey, you gotta stop that. Take this. Okay, good. Now I should check out that room right up there, where that one pedestal was, just to make sure. Okay, yeah, there is something in here. So I should activate this, and then go up there, and break this. Cool. And that's a blueprint, right? Yeah, it's a blueprint for the teapot. Okay, gimme. So I did that puzzle for items, essentially. Huh. And now I can... Oh, I guess I didn't only do it for items. I did it for this little switch here. Yay! And now it wants me to search for the mechanical component over there. Wait a second. Is this some kind of thing where I'm going to be releasing that monster right there? It probably is. We'll find out in a second. Looks like there are big robot parts here too. Gee, imagine what would happen if Jazari saw them, eh? He'd whip his camera out again, and that would be the last we'd hear of him for a while. Archon claims to have moved the components back there, but that can't be true, right? course it is true. Archon doesn't deceive Nara. Aha, if I'm not mistaken, Archon was the Aranara who played with the kids at the secret base. Well, that was pretty obvious. But Archon remembers nothing about this. Do Aranara forget the past too? The forest remembers everything. Archon doesn't know what you're talking about, and Archon can't remember, but it's fun hanging around with little Nara. Paimon hopes you remain happy wherever you may go, Archon. Okay, so let's investigate. Seems like this thing can be combined with the one we dug up at the secret base. So we found what we were looking for here. That completed that quest, right? Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll search around in here a little bit more for stuff. Like figuring out what to do with this. Oh, I may need to switch in a character that can break that with the Dendro element. Anyways, once I do a little bit more searching in here, I'll go and continue the Archon quest. I think Dendro can break it, right? No? Oh, maybe...
Solidify!
No. Huh. I think I've solved this kind of puzzle before, but I'm a little bit confused now. I'll break this in a second here.
Stabilize!
Oh wait. I can interact with this. Okay, never mind. I saw the button prompt, I was like thinking that I could solve that, but no. Okay, I have no idea how to solve this little puzzle. I'm honestly quite confused. Let's interact with this. What's this doing? Leading to somewhere else, obviously. Oh, it's leading outside. There's music coming from somewhere. Could it be an Aranara? Yeah, there is an Aranara down there. You know, I have to mark that. There, I marked it. But I won't be messing with that for right now. Anyways, if I can't figure out what to do with these things, then I'm probably just going to go ahead and continue on somewhere else. But I will try one more thing. I'll try Electro. Okay, that did nothing, and I lied. I'm going to try Pyro next. Okay, Pyro does do something to him. Good. Okay, so I'm glad I figured that out. I'll get rid of all of these, and then once I do that, I'll, whoa! I'm almost dead. Once I do that, then I'll be continuing with the Archon quest. Another one. I better back off, though, because I don't want to die. And the final one. There we go. That removed the barrier on both of them. And now, it's just a matter of beating them up. So this is like a mini-boss of sorts. It's a named mini-boss. Foe 69320, it says. Obviously special in some way.
So rude.
Here. Stay frozen. Why did I do that? There was no point in doing that. It worked out. Okay, so what you gonna give me for that tough fight?
I shall treasure this good fortune.
5 Primo Gems and some junk. Okay. I'll check out this room just a little bit more, just to be on the safe side. Oh, there is something back here. Another one of these things. There we go. Yeah, it definitely glowed green a little bit there. So is this going to give me another treasure chest? Yeah, it does. Oh, it's a withering zone. Okay, I can activate that. And there's a torch here that I can activate too. I'll do that in a second. But, thankfully I have this candle here. You know, light candle or whatever. So, light that torch first. What'd that do for me? Is there anything back here? I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Another one. So I just gotta keep lighting those. Oh. I forgot. Was it Electro that you need to use for that? Probably Electro. No, it's not Electro. It's, Dendro then. Okay, it's not Dendro. Huh. Oh, there's, this right here. Okay, hit that, and then we'll gather this to start destroying these. So far, so good. I guess, oh, the last one's right up here. And then an enemy will appear, right? Wait a second. Oh, there it is.
Hold the line.
I knew that you were gonna appear eventually. Good. And that should allow me to destroy this. Which in turn will allow me to repair
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures.
this
Yes,
somehow.
seems suitably sophisticated.
Where is this? Okay. This might allow me to do it. No. Wait a second. How am I supposed to get that to revive? It's not pyro, right? That should... Yeah, that doesn't work.
The princess.
I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna supercharge that. It worked. It actually worked. Okay, now I should be able to light up that. Okay, good. Finally.
I suppose this will do.
That was a interesting puzzle there. Okay. Is there anything else out in this room? I think that this area is pretty clear. I mean, it's possible I'm missing something, but at the very least, nothing in this particular room stands out to me right now. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the Archon quest. It wants me to go meet with Al-Haitham back in Aru village, I believe.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
Sure, I understand and accept.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Makes sense.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Hyman still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge.
Sorry, I don't remember anymore.
Wait. Seriously? Remember? We went into the desert not long ago to exchange hostages with the Aramites. Once we arrived, the ground collapsed due to an earthquake, and we fell into some ruins. Still nothing?
I remember that.
Come on. It was a remnant of King Deshret's bygone civilization, and we found some messages left by a priest of the king, and learned about the existence of forbidden knowledge.
Oh, it's all Thanks for reminding us.
I guess the forbidden knowledge part was throwing me off a little.
Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
It's definitely possible.
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
We must tell Nahida about this as soon as possible.
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
She said the key to saving Irminsul is contained within the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rikadavada.
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces.
That's right.
To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Aramite base. Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
A very good question, Paimon.
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
I wonder if Sino agreed to them being here.
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Oh.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little
Should we
scared,
be?
but very, very furious.
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule.
Huh? Me?
Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, I do.
Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready and put on this device.
Sure.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
I'm ready.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Sure. Okay.
Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud.
Some stirring words have been written on the note. Although you don't quite understand the purpose of this recording, you still follow
It's done.
faith in something. What a fascinating experience.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
I'm fine.
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders.
Yeah, that's about right.
And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Who knows?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Sounds lovely. Okay, then off to Caravan Rebot to meet up with Sino.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
Oh boy.
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought. And in the end, I still can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Hitham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know.
Okay, sure.
Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Huh.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
I don't know.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove.
Oh boy.
I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
Is there no other way? Or I can help. I know what I'm doing.
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
We should respect the determination of Rahman and his comrades.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Okay, then we'll go over there.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Core 30, huh?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
You look so commanding when you're working.
Because this is work.
You're much more friendly to us.
Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra?
Well, the less you say, Paimon, the less likely we'll be overheard by somebody. Yeah.
Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
That's a very good question.
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Fairly decent argument there, Alhaven.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
I'm confident that we can do this.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here.
Now, who's this?
I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Construct?
Beep! Construct! Beep!
Oh my goodness.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Nice to meet you too.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
Guard immediately brings him over a map. Sino circles the
In 2
location.
days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
2
Yes,
days,
sir.
huh? What could go wrong in that period of time?
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
Yeah, it does feel pretty good.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Wow. Okay then, it says to wait until the appointed time 2 days later. So, I believe that this is actually where I'm going to be stopping for now. So, thanks for watching. The next time I play, I'll, continue with this quest right here, the Ryan Johns chapter Yoni. And then, of course, the Archon quest right after that. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.